for this Sooners team, coming in from Oregon State, the 6'4" center in the middle, averaging 17 and 9 in just 22 minutes per game.
Meanwhile, for Oklahoma, you see Reagan Beers as we are underway. And they are a blur into the front court. This is their starting five, brought to you by Capital One. You can count that basket and the foul.
Yeah, that was Dolly Cares, the 5'6" grad student team. They are one of the most dangerous double-digit seeded teams that this tournament has ever seen.
Yeah, it is never a good sign, perhaps, when you draw FGCU. Reagan Beers is going to have quite the advantage in the paint. How would you describe it today?
Yeah, that is the biggest discrepancy in this game, is the size advantage.
Serena Roll had to slam on the brakes in the paint. Roll has it back, fires, that's good. Really effective ones, but she buries the three.
And Kevin, you say this is one of the fastest offenses in the country in Oklahoma. It is the fastest.
6'4" junior from just outside of Denver. This time is guarding Roll. Roll gave it away. Oklahoma a blur once again. Scott's pass deflected. Oklahoma gets it back. This is Beers. She can stretch it for three. In the very early minutes, as you would expect. Mitchell Steen with nowhere to go. Roll, another. Serena Roll with two big ones. Traditional up and under that time to go through. Lexi Keys off the bench and into the game for Oklahoma. Nice ball movement that time. And it's shot for Holst across the timeline. Skyler wants three. That's pure. She helped elevate this program in its first year in the SEC. Scott denies Taylor, so they await the winner of this one. Beers goes up strong, knocked out, stays here.
Left the conference to go to Kansas, but she had previously been the defensive player of the year in this conference.
Oh, Williams goes up strong. In the first round of the women's tournament. So after another FGCU miss, back on this end of the floor, and Beers scores it. Alana Page's three offline, and the Eagles 2 out of 10 from distance. Keys buries the transition three.
And layups are going to be tough to come by when Reagan Beers is sitting in the paint. So if you're not hitting your threes at a high rate, where else can you get your points?
Well, Cairns, she is the most effective three-point shooter in the ASUN. Scott picks up the dribble. Skylar Van finds Culleton. It's good. 1 second. There's a heave from Jefferson. That's short. 21-point first quarter for Oklahoma.
On this end of the floor.
Yeah, and you saw the advantage already. It is fairly significant. A couple of offensive rebounds as well. Look at Beers, just check back in. Get her the ball, got it, and the foul.
Yeah, I don't see why the Sooners wouldn't do that every possession she's in the game. She is establishing.
It's a squad that's continuity and chemistry has only improved as the season has. Beers running the floor. They found her. Timeout, Eagles. Stick to the script. No, today against Oklahoma.
Well, coach is putting Jefferson back in the game, who is their best downhill driver. She picked up the 2 fouls. But until those threes start falling at a little bit of a higher clip, I think they have to try to mix things up. Another 3 falls for Verhulst.
Before bowing out to South Carolina in the semis. 3 is in the air, and the struggles continue. Offensive board, back out to Cairns. That's good. Improved and evolved as the year has played out. Beers, that gets blocked, and another block from behind by Serena Roll.
Better record than last year when they were at 12. I think they were a little perplexed by the 14 seed. It doesn't seem like they really respected what Florida Gulf Coast has done in this tournament.
Jefferson, little Euro step, and the hesitation gets it done. So they're back within 8. Skylar Gill back out to Santoro for 3. Mitchell-Steen offline. With Jefferson still on the bench. Assuredly for the rest of this half here. She picked up the 3 fouls. Van straight on 3. FGCU has trailed at the half this season. Verhulst got it on the baseline. But we can even just peel the layers back. What is she supposed to do there? Right back to Beers. Got it. With an emphatic fist bump after that sequence. And another assisted make. That 3 is down for Serena Roll, who's got another triple.
Yeah, Florida Gulf Coast, so their leader goes to the bench. He's probably going to be there for a while, but Oklahoma keeps answering. But Florida Gulf Coast,
it's still early in the third, but if you're FGCU, your season's on the line. I mean, when do you even think about putting her back in? Is it just start of the 4th quarter? Or if it perhaps starts getting out of hand? 20% from 3, but then again, they're only 20% from 3.
Yeah, they've taken 43 shots, and 30 of them have been threes. There's a downhill and one to mix things up a little bit.
Count that basket for Kamari Mitchell-Steen, the senior from outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. The Eagles are hanging tough with the 3 seed. Sooners, Verhulst, got it to go.
She's just such a tough matchup because you see right there they put a smaller guard on her. She takes it right into the post where she's really perfected that.
She's a taller guard at 6'1". Deep post catch. Liz Scott. No, this is Skylar Van. Count it! And the foul. So Van will be at the line when we return. A big... They really wound up trampling Murray State in the second half of that game. Caitlin Young, the star for the Racers, went down with an injury. A couple minutes into the third, was lost for the game. They are hammering the glass, Oklahoma is. Here's a third look. That one did not hit the rim, so the shot clock doesn't reset. Van turns around and knocks it down. Really successful stint at Drake. And the former Iowa stud would meet her alma mater in the round of 32 on Monday.
And that was a possession where the defense was really keying on Reagan Beers. 2 or 3 were around her. She drew the attention, and Keys knocks it down.
Oh, nice up and under from Skylar Gill. Gill takes it away. Verhulst a careless pass. Gill in transition. Gordon 4-3. And Florida Gulf Coast.
Well, the pace that Oklahoma plays with allows a team to make a comeback because Oklahoma's shooting with only 3 or 4 seconds on the shot clock. If they miss like they have been.
Look at that, 62 points in the paint. That outscored Murray State's total. Meanwhile, game 2, Oklahoma tested again. The deja vu. And look who is going off once more. Skylar Van, just like a year ago in the round of 64. She's got 22. Comes down with the board. Flowers was open for a moment. Flowers puts it up, can't bank it in. A first round of this women's tournament that has been essentially devoid of a major upset. Skylar Van with another basket.
While the Conference Player of the Year had to watch 9 minutes of that third quarter from the bench.
There's Zaya Van, rolls out. Beers finally gets one to go. Just her second field goal. Now 11 points, 3 boards, 3 assists for the senior from Wichita. Jefferson taking it in strong. Jefferson follows her own miss. Playing from behind. Verhulst now, close range look. Verhulst, count it. Who have won so many first round games the last decade. They remain in a dogfight. Beers going up strong.
Too much Beers right now. She's really staying.
It's a new season high, 3 off of her career best. Beers was open momentarily. They find her, score it. Oklahoma, is it beginning to pull away now? Just a day where Florida Gulf Coast, uncharacteristically, very off from deep. And Beers has another. The Sooners have put the pedal to the metal in this fourth quarter.
Reagan Beers was calling for this ball a couple steps.
After the latest miss, 3:15 to go. Oklahoma is in a very good position. Zaya Van for three. Oklahoma with its largest lead at the most critical of times. Verholst the latest to get back to the round of 32. And it is Iowa that would await them on Monday. This is Gill. She gets blocked by Scott. 2:20 to play. Scott, a little more familiar territory, close range. Count it. And the foul. She earns a trip to the line. Finally, she says. Everybody feeling good. The vibes are good on the Oklahoma side.
Crowd here in Norman has really erupted over the last couple of minutes. An 18-2 run, make it 19.
They're plus 34 on the glass. And the 69 rebounds, that is a new season high.
Wow.
That's an outrageous number. You know, and so for this Florida Gulf Coast team, amazing how things can shift so quickly in the postseason. Earlier this quarter, they were down 8. Imani Jefferson, the player with the ball who just laid that one up. They are the 8-time defending A-Sun champs. They run the league. And arguably the strongest mid-major in America is likely going to have its season come to an end here. Score that basket. Kirsten Johnson. The round of 32 on Monday.